I'm John Oldfield, and I'm Director of the Wilberforce Institute for the Study of Slavery and Emancipation at the University of Hull. I'm one of the co-investigators on the project, the Antislavery Usable Past. My interests fall broadly in the area of transatlantic abolitionism, and one of the things I'll be working on during this project is opinion building in the United States and the UK, particularly looking at the way in which public opinion was mobilised against the slave trade, and looking at some rather neglected areas of that activity, things like oratory, anti-slavery songs, placards, banners, some visual culture, and so on. And the idea to draw all that together so that we have an understanding of how this was done in the past and how it might inform future anti-slavery activity here and elsewhere. Something else I'm working on through this project is supervising a digital archive called Remembering Slavery. This is designed to pull together all the commemorative events and materials relating to the bicentennial of the abolition of the slave trade here in the UK in 2007, building on something like 280 projects financed and supported by the Heritage Lottery Fund. A lot of that material already has gone by nature. It was definition, it was ephemeral. So what we're going to do is pull that together as a resource for future researchers and use it as a way to think ahead to 2033, which will mark the bicentennial of the ending of Caribbean slavery. So again, the public, people working on commemoration will be able to use that archive in a constructive way. One of the other things connected with that, I have a postgraduate student, postdoctoral student working on that project, and I also supervise a PhD student who will be looking at the broad theme of commemoration of slavery here and in the UK. So those are two very important projects that are central to this work. We're also working in partnership with museums, including the International Slavery Museum in Liverpool and Wilberforce House Museum in Hull. And here we're trying to set up conversations between academics and curators as a way of thinking about how contemporary slavery is represented in those spaces. Often this is neglected. We want to ensure that curators in the future pick up the work we're doing, emphasise contemporary slavery and the connections between those two things, and explore this whole notion of an anti-slavery usable past. One final thing is our involvement, and my own involvement, in Historians Against Slavery. We're very keen through this project to give that group a presence here in the UK. That's one of their strategic aims and one that we're keen to follow through on. We will work with academics here in the UK, set up a speakers bureau, so again we can inform current debates around contemporary slavery by looking back to the past. So through all these various projects that I'm involved in, along with the other members of the team, by the end of this project, we will have a key set of resources, but alongside that, a whole series of activities, networks, and activities which will explore this whole notion of an anti-slavery usable past.